Have you spoke about who you would like him to fight next?
I want Tyson.
You'd like to see Tyson?
Yeah.
Your Excellency, just very quickly.
Okay. AJ waiting for you, and the world waiting for you.
Good, can't wait.
This can't wait.
I can see that I'm problem. I've got two of them as well.
Father, and I'll just say one thing to that to him, show me the money! I'm available. I'm young, free and single, ready to mingle.
Turki Alal Sheikh just announces Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury and the world stops. The clash is confirmed for February, setting the stage for one of the biggest nights in British boxing history. AJ looks razor-focused, determined to silence the Gypsy King and reclaim his spot at the top.
And I want to see Tyson, maybe with Joshua or something. We will decide.
I was going to say, just very quickly, I just spoke to Eddie Hearn. We know that we've all, as British boxing fans, we've been desperate to see Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury.
Let's see what can happen.
Do you think it's realistic?
Everything in real season.
And just moments later, things got fiery between AJ and Fury during a video call that sent fans into a frenzy. The energy between them is pure chaos. This isn't friendly talk, it's two rivals promising destruction. AJ's expression shows no fear, only determination, while Fury hides his nerves behind loud words. You can already feel the storm building, and when February hits, someone's pride won't survive the night.
Stop using this. Use these.
I'll use them both on your face, you big ugly dog.
Okay. You look like a tomato. Put some sunscreen on, you idiot. You look like a tomato.
Each way, we want to see this fight.
Eddie Hearn's words carry authority and intent. He's not just talking schedules, he's talking legacy. The February target has the boxing world on edge. Knowing this is more than a fight, it's Britain's biggest collision in decades. Joshua's team looks locked in, while Fury's camp now faces the pressure to deliver.
AJ is going to fight January or February, and Tyson Fury wants to fight before he goes back into the ring in a major fight, apparently. And I would think so as well. They've both been out of the ring for what will be over a year. Let's get this fight made back end of the summer 2026, and we can settle it once and for all.
Turki Alal Sheikh joins Carl Froch next to share his unfiltered thoughts on whether both men still have that fire. You can sense the honesty in Turki's tone. This isn't hype, it's a test of passion. Both men have built empires, but now it's about desire. Does Fury still crave the grind? Is AJ ready to rewrite his legacy? February won't just reveal who's stronger, it'll expose who still truly wants it.
Are we going to see Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua this year, do you think?
As a fan, of course, I want to see it.
Do you personally want to see it?
Yeah, as a fan, but you need first of all to be sure they are focusing and they still have it. You understand me?
AJ sounds calm, composed, and surgical with his words. There's no panic, just control. While Fury plays to the crowd, Joshua's approach screams business. The message is clear, he's ready, and the paperwork is the only thing standing between him and redemption. This is focus at its finest. A Samser Sen.
Been signing contracts for years. It ain't in my hands, it's with a legal team. That's why you hire lawyers. If you know the history of boxing, make sure you get your legal terms right. That's why you got good management and good lawyers. So of course I'm going to sign a contract. That's just with some lawyers at the minute.
Tyson Fury's tone says it all. This isn't just another payday, it's a legacy call. You can feel the hunger creeping back into his voice, the same fire that once defined him. He knows that without Anthony Joshua, his era feels incomplete. For years, fans have begged for this fight, and now, with February set in stone, there's no escape, no more excuses. Fury may call himself the Gypsy King, but deep down, he knows a true king can't exist until he conquers the people's champion. Joshua, on the other hand, doesn't need to chase Fury. He's chasing history, the respect, the spotlight, the emotion. It all builds toward a night that could reshape British boxing forever. This fight isn't about belts, it's about pride, supremacy, and the right to rule the kingdom.
Because I need that Joshua fight. We have been trying to make that fight for years, right?
Why do you need that fight?
Because it's the fight that people want to see. is to fight.
Duke McKenzie pulls no punches with his analysis. It's raw, it's real, and it cuts deep into what makes this fight so unpredictable. Both men have tasted glory and pain in equal measure. AJ's explosive power remains his deadliest weapon, but questions around his chin have followed him for years. Meanwhile, Fury's slick movement and awkward rhythm make him dangerous even on his worst nights. But here's the catch: Fury's been down before, and not just once. Against someone with Joshua's discipline and timing, one clean shot could erase every ounce of ring IQ the Gypsy King relies on. This isn't a question of stamina or tactics anymore. It's about nerve and courage under fire. When that bell rings in February, it won't matter who's smarter, it'll matter who's willing to risk everything for the knockout.
AJ's got a lot of power still. His punch resistance may be shot to pieces, but you know, Fury's not too far behind him, I don't think. They're both ready to go. So it's a question of who lands first, and Fury's always been quite smart, quite clever in terms of his boxing sort of prowess and ability. So you would expect Fury to maybe nick it.
When Derek Chisora speaks, you listen, because he's fought both men, felt their power, and knows what it takes to survive against them. His words aren't from hype, they're from experience. He knows that when AJ and Fury finally meet, it won't just be a boxing event, it'll be a cultural moment. Chisora's point about rest and readiness hits home. Both fighters have carried massive pressure, constant media noise, and mental battles. But once they step back into that spotlight in February, all that emotion will explode under the Wembley lights. AJ wants redemption, Fury wants validation, and Chisora, like every true fight fan, knows this showdown is inevitable. It's more than belts and rankings. It's about two British giants fighting for respect and the right to be remembered as the man of their generation.
Let me just say this for him. He's resting right now.
Yeah.
You know, forget Deontay Wilder, forget anybody else. The fight to have is with the Gypsy King. You know, so let them rest, let them get their minds right, let them the bodies rest, let them figure out what they want to do. When they're ready, they'll come out and say, you know what, I'm ready now. We're both ready, let's get it on.
You think that's the fight next for both of them, yeah?
That's the fight for both of them. That's what they want. You know, there's no point of like fighting Deontay Wilder or fighting this guy and fighting this guy, but really and truly, everybody wants to see Tyson Fury.
Johnny Nelson's confidence in AJ isn't blind, it's built on observation. He's seen the shift in Joshua's mentality since his setbacks. The fire's back, but it's colder now, more controlled. That dangerous calmness separates a fighter who wants revenge from one who's ready for greatness. Nelson knows that Fury's unpredictability can be neutralized when faced with precision and patience. And that's where Joshua excels when he's locked in. Nelson's belief reflects what many are beginning to see. AJ is no longer the same man who once doubted himself. His body language, his discipline, his silence, everything screams focus. When February arrives, he won't be fighting just Fury. He'll be fighting every critic who wrote him off. And this time, Anthony Joshua looks ready to silence them all, emphatically.
Why? Because Tyson Fury's a fighting man. So I know Dylan White is nightmares to everybody. You never know. Right now, people are thinking, yes, I know how to take that boy out. It's the same shot Anthony Joshua took him out with, and Pulev took him out, Povetkin took him out with. But I just think, fight-wise, I'd lean towards Anthony Joshua.
Carl Froch's comments sting with brutal honesty, but that's vintage Froch. He doesn't care for hype or spectacle. He speaks as a warrior who's lived it. When he says AJ's been flattened and ironed out, it's not disrespect, it's reality. Yet that reality fuels Joshua's myth even more, because the true test of greatness isn't perfection, it's the courage to rise again after public humiliation. AJ's resilience is what the fans relate to, that raw human journey from defeat to redemption. Every fall has carved steel into his mentality. He's not chasing validation anymore. He's chasing vengeance, legacy, and closure. Fury may mock him, but deep down, he knows AJ's story connects to the soul of British boxing. Froch might call himself a purist, but even he'll admit there's no purer emotion in the sport than redemption. And when those Wembley lights hit, Joshua's scars will speak louder than any unbeaten record.
If he fights Anthony Joshua, that will be the one that people want to see. That will probably still fill Wembley, but as a boxing purist and as a lover of the sport, am I that bothered if Tyson Fury never steps in the ring with Anthony Joshua? I'll be honest, no. AJ's been flattened.
Gareth A. Davies' inside scoop confirms what every boxing fan suspected. Fury's retirement was never genuine. Behind closed doors, plans were always in motion and the return was inevitable. But calling Anthony Joshua a tune-up fight, that's where this narrative twists, because nothing about AJ screams warm-up. He's a nightmare for anyone underestimating him, especially a Fury who's been inactive and distracted. If this is the bout that brings Fury back, it's not strategy, it's pride pulling him into danger. The Gypsy King feeds on validation, and facing Joshua offers that final stamp of supremacy he craves. Yet, deep down, this comeback reeks of desperation, a need to remind the world who he was, not who he is. Meanwhile, Joshua's patience and precision make him far more dangerous now. He's no longer fighting emotion, he's fighting calculation, and if Fury treats this as anything less than war, February could be the night the King finally falls.
He'll get a tune-up. It'll be Anthony Joshua before Alexander Usyk. That is my understanding.
When you say tune-up, you're not referring to Anthony Joshua as a tune-up,
no, that's not a tune-up.
No, that's what I mean. But just the way you worded that then.
Well, we're already into. He hasn't fought for 6.5, 7 months.
Oh, he's retired, mate.
He's retired. Yeah, he's retired. My understanding is behind the scenes they're working very closely on getting him back, maybe late this year or.
Teddy Atlas's words come from the heart of an old-school purist. He's not blinded by glitz or press tours. He's measuring the emotional pulse of the sport. When he says the fight's lost its luster, he's voicing the frustration of millions who've waited years for this matchup. But that's what makes this so poetic, because every delay, every setback has built an anticipation that no marketing can replicate. Atlas knows the loyalty of the British crowd. They don't come for money or hype, they come for moments that define eras. And despite all the doubts, this still feels like one of those moments. AJ represents redemption, discipline, and national pride. Fury brings unpredictability, charisma, and chaos. Together, they embody everything that makes boxing special, the clash of mind, heart, and ego. Atlas might say the shine has dulled, but the roar of 90,000 fans in Wembley will remind him. Legends never lose their glow, they just wait for the right night to reignite it.
God bless them. They're going to make more money. They're going to fill Wembley Stadium up. I'm sure. Whatever. God bless them. But to me, it's lost. It's lost its zing. It's lost its luster. I mean but that's me. It's lost. The English fans are so loyal. They're such boxing fans. They're still coming.
Eddie Hearn's update sounds like a man announcing the rebirth of his warrior. After that brutal Dubois loss, many wrote AJ off, claiming his best nights were behind him. But what they didn't realize is that defeat rebuilt him, mentally, physically, and spiritually. Hearn's voice carries quiet confidence because he's seen the transformation up close. AJ's no longer chasing headlines or public validation. He's chasing balance. His training sharper, his focus unshakable, and his motivation purer than ever. Fury might joke and dance around interviews, but deep inside, he knows this version of Joshua is different, colder, smarter, more efficient. Hearn's line, "He's ready," isn't just a quote, it's a warning. The February date is more than a comeback, it's AJ's resurrection. Every setback has stripped away the excess, leaving behind only the fighter, and when he steps under those Wembley lights, Eddie's belief won't be hype, it'll be prophecy fulfilled.
We've been speaking probably more lately than we have his whole career, to be honest with you, because this is a really important time for him in terms of what we do next. And I'll be honest, I don't think he'll mind me saying it, I think he's needed to just find himself a little bit after that Dubois defeat. It was quite a crushing defeat for him, and I think he just needed to make sure, he's got a lot of business, he's wanted to clear that, get on with other projects and get those things out of his mind before he returns. Obviously he had the operation as well, he had the injury, and he's done that now. He's ready to start going back into camp, and now I will probably have a trip in the next couple of weeks to see him, and we'll look to lock in that date of January, February, and who it will be. So hopefully soon I'll be able to give you guys some actual news rather than saying update soon. And he's pumped to return, and like I said,
it all comes down to this: Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury, February under the Wembley lights. Years of talk, delays, and speculation have finally led to the biggest night in British boxing history. This isn't just another heavyweight clash, it's a battle for legacy, pride, and immortality. For Joshua, it's redemption, a chance to silence every critic and reclaim his identity as the face of the sport. For Fury, it's validation, proof that he's more than words, more than theatrics. The contrast couldn't be sharper. Fury's chaos versus Joshua's calm. One fights with emotion, the other with discipline. But when that first bell rings, everything else fades. It won't be about records, belts, or rankings. It'll be about heart. Two men, one nation, one defining moment. History doesn't wait, it remembers. So who are you backing when the lights go down? Is this the night Anthony Joshua rewrites his story, or will the Gypsy King stand tall once again? Drop your predictions below, because this isn't just a fight, it's the war that decides British boxing's throne.